hope you're doing. Hello everyone, we are back with an awesome Castlevania 4 race between Christmas and DnDNat. That's going to be awesome. And we are also having the Kappa on the couch, I believe, so enjoy the show.
Yes, on the couch with me is Jeez, actually.
Yes.
You ran the game for 3 days.
I ran the game for a few days, so I'll be trying to do my best here with the commentary.
But where I was going with that is that you beat my PB and I've been running the game for 2 years, so
wow.
Props to that.
I practice.
I guess. So, the player won't hear us commenting while they run, so they can focus on it. On the left side, we got Christmas, a veteran. She is currently the gatekeeper, as being the gatekeeper for the top 10 position in the leaderboard, if I'm
that's
correct.
true. That's true. Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm. And on my right, there is DnDNat21, which you may recognize from our last race. But he has tremendously improved, so I don't want to race with him anymore. And both runners will offer us a great race. So, are you guys ready to start? Yeah? Yep. Okay. So, 3, 2, 1, whip it.
Whip it. Good luck to our runners.
So, we are starting with stage 1. It's the entrance to the castle. Not much that can be said at this time. Both players
not much that happens in stage 1, but there's still a lot of optimizations. If you see already, DnD here is kind of jumping a little bit into the stairs. Allows him to get a little more forward than you can if you just walk onto them. Just a lot of little things you can do, like that, save frames on stairs and just everywhere in this stage. But overall, I doubt that the runners are going to die here, since it is the beginning of the game. The boss is easy. They're going to breeze through it.
Damage is intended at this point.
All these damages are intended. Obviously, they boost forward a little bit. They save just a little bit of time, but they add up over the course of the run, of course.
So we were speaking with the runners before the run, and I believe they're going to go for a lot of tricks, except one maybe, which is not really marathon safe, but there is a great show coming.
Oh yeah, DnD is going to go for a lot of dangerous strats. There's going to be one right here, actually. He's going to clip through the wall. Oh, he went for it, but he unfortunately couldn't get it. Fortunately, however, he went at the top and did not die, because you could die here if you miss it, but it's all good. He only loses a few seconds here, and they're both pretty even still, so.
Both players are neck to neck right now, yes. And we can hear the marvelous Simon's theme. Love that song.
Every song in this game is amazing. This whole everyone says that about their game, but let's be serious. Castlevania games are just a little notch above other games when it comes to music.
So they are making it through the barn, where it's the final part of the stage. There's going to be a few more D-boosts. We can see also that they really clipped a little bit, like you were explaining earlier, in the stairs. So the Medusa boost, one on each side. And it's
very nice.
2D boost on both sides.
It's easier than it's easy to boost normally, but these boosts are pretty tricky, because you got to jump over the Medusas and stun them with your whip so they stay in place, and then boost on them after the fact. It's much harder than it looks, and even seasoned runners are gonna miss it.
So hello Rodane, bye Rodane.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. Oh.
So one thing that I'm sure everyone's noticed is both runners have the cross, both runners have the triple symbol, and that's because that allows them to kill bosses extremely fast, and just every enemy in the game gets shredded by triple crosses. It's unbelievable. And their main goal for any percent is going to be to hold on onto this cross and the triple symbol. And as soon as they lose it, they're going to do everything they can to get them back, because it just saves that much time.
That's rule number 1 of running SCV4. Acquire triple cross. Do not lose it. If lost, go back to step 1.
Exactly. So now they're starting stage 2 already, and a little bit calmer music in this one. It's a more tribal type of stage. It's pretty relaxing. I like the stage because stage 3 is very difficult, but stage 2 here is more chill. You just kind of go through it, jump a little bit, kill some enemies. Nothing too bad that's gonna happen. Hopefully I didn't jinx it.
I think you're good.
Oh, DnD gets hit a little bit there. I'll take. That's my fault. That's my fault.
You did jinx it.
Yeah, I jinxed it.
I really like the flow of this screen. Actually, it's really smooth, buttery smooth.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just breeze through it. You throw crosses. You take down some birds, annoying birds.
Yeah, there's not much to the screen outside of just throwing crosses and whipping, which is purely. This is pure Castlevania. Christmas having a little bit of difficulties here.
This gives time to DnD to catch on a little bit.
Yep.
And they're almost at the same time on the platform, so both runners are neck to neck. Oh,
Ooh, those birds can be scary if you don't have. If you don't throw your crosses at the right height, those birds can get you for sure.
and Christmas that accidentally
Oh.
grabbed up the katana or the daggers, but
Oh, that's not good. As I said, you want to hold to your crosses. She actually got the dagger, or how do you call that?
a katana.
The katana, which means now she can't beat the bosses very quickly at all. And Medusa especially can be tricky without crosses here. And oh, that's something you don't see often, is someone paralyzed by Medusa in any percent. But it can happen. It can happen.
She got killed by the Medusa. There is still a recovery for this, so there's an actual cross on the pathway to Medusa.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. And even though DnD has taken the lead, this game is very punishing, so it's really early in the run to call any outcomes out of it.
Oh yeah, the race is far from over from here. Like can be very time consuming. Like this
And
one is.
DnD finishing with the stage 2 and with one HP, maximize his resources there.
Yeah, no final bosses for stage 2. It's a little weird. It's only a middle boss, which was the Medusa. So DnD already in stage 3 here.
And since there is no ARP grab, you finish with the hearts you had previously also. So going through stage 3 is actually, for speedrunners, it's the first real reality check of the run. Really technical stage. There are ring glitches, the golems are a pain to avoid, marvelously done.
Yeah, only taking one hit here by DnD is pretty good.
Christmas that completed the Medusa fight, recovering from her death, already with the +2, working our way to the triple multiplier.
Yep. She got the cross at the bottom, like you said, and already on 2 multipliers. So she's gonna have 3 soon enough, and she'll be right back into it.
DnD is approaching one of the first technical part, well, the second one, it's the ring glitch, which will allow him to jump really high.
Oh, that's a good one.
And there you go.
Unfortunately, Christmas took a death here at the end of stage 2. I don't know where the backup cross would be in this case.
It's then the while going down the river in the second screen before the
Oh,
final
you're right.
boost with the wyverns.
Oh, thank God this one exists. I was thinking at the start of stage 3, I was like, that's a bad one. That's a long,
Yeah,
that's a
no,
long
it's
detour.
but I would not be able to say by heart where is it.
Okay, so DnD here would normally go for an eye boost to get over this gap here, but he doesn't have the health for it. So he's going to have to go under here and kill the bone dragon. It's a little bit of a time loss, but it's not too bad.
Christmas finishing up with the river.
And yeah, it's hard to, like, as you mentioned, it's a technical level, but it's hard to, oh, that was bad luck on the merman here for DnD, but he reacted properly. If you don't retract your whip there, you would get hit by the merman and you just die. That could have happened. Thank God it didn't.
Christmas that just reacquired the cross, like we on the candle we spoke earlier.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now she's gonna try to build back to a double and triple multiplier.
And going for a
ring
second ring glitch.
glitch.
Yes,
Nice.
sir. Nicely done. Hype.
So DnD with both ring glitch in stage 3, that's pretty good.
And it was a first attempt on the second one, and he got it in 2 attempts on the first one. So really, really impressive technique there.
Yeah.
So we are at the third boss, the Orphic Vipers. And hello Vipers, and bye Vipers.
Yeah, the crosses do their jobs. Which is really strong. It should be noted that, I don't know if he did it here, but if you throw crosses at the same height, called same height crosses, they will do more damage more consistently. And I think that's probably what he did here at the start of the fight. If you throw your first 2 crosses at the same height, they're just gonna annihilate the bosses. And you want to try and do that multiple times in this run. Christmas starting the scary screen.
I love this fuzzy boost, like she said. DnD did it also. It's really tight to have just a single cycle on the fuzzy.
Oh yeah, it's tough strat. It's a lot of runners have been starting to do it recently, and it's basically you stun the fuzzy that's going around the platform. You stun it a few times with your whip. Oh,
nicely done.
That was fast.
And DnD approaching Pewexel, which is a pun, because if you reverse the name is licks you up, and he got like a big tongue.
Yeah. Licks you up.
If we have some donation, now would be a good time.
Nothing going on for donations, but just want to remind you that we are about $100 short of achieving the expert mode for Castlevania Bloodline, so keep them coming, guys. Let's go.
Christmas that got the damage boost with the eyeball boost.
Yeah,
really well done.
Got the eye boost that DnD couldn't go for because his health was too low, so it's nice that we get to see it.
And I used to really dread those Medusa on the platform until I learned I could just crouch on the platform.
Yeah, that was the same thing for me. When I learned that, it was shocking. I was like, are you serious? This is the hardest part of the game. So the rotating room, there's not much that happens, but you have time to think about the upcoming big trick, which is the zip. DnD is approaching it in a minute here. And it's probably the most impressive trick in the run, because there's no other ones that are similar, especially the version that DnD is going to go for. It's a pretty difficult zip. I hope he's going to get it, because it's pretty new. That was found pretty recently, right? Like only 2 years ago. I mean, it's not that recent, but...
The new setup has been found a little less than a year ago by a player called Richter Shade.
Yeah.
And yeah, it saves roughly 15 to 18 seconds, I think so. And Orphic Vipers nicely done on Christmas side. And she was really ballsy about it with only 3 HP, so nicely done.
Okay, DnD going for the zip here, the Richter zip. Good luck. Very difficult.
Missed it.
It's immediately difficult because you gotta jump as soon as you land. Basically on the first few frames that you land, and you gotta jump so early that the camera doesn't scroll up, which allows you to get into the wall as the camera is still low. But if you're too slow on your jumps, like if you jump 3 frames after landing, it's too late and the camera scrolls up. And you got to do 3, I think it's 4 actually of those jumps in a row. So it's very, very difficult. And props to DnD for even attempting it, because you could just die going for that.
Oh, DnD will attempt everything.
Yeah.
I've learned this the hard way. And reaching Pewexel on Christmas side. And this, we are at the stage 4 boss, which is also a pun, and is Coronut, which is reverse for Ton of Rock. So there you go.
Ton of Rock. It's one of the trickiest boss in the game too, so that was really well done by DnD there.
Oh,
and
he got the early grab. Congratulations. Keeping the pressure on.
Yeah.
And I like a Christmas setup where you can just throw crosses. I think it's faster that way also, because you can wait only 6 ticks of blocks.
Actually, no, it doesn't save time. It's just a swag strat, but it looks so cool.
It's swaggier.
Like, how strong is Simon to hold himself with a whip like that? And he's just... I don't know. There's a cross that's coming out of his body, and it's just weird. I don't know. I love this strategy, though.
Stage 5 for DnD. The R please stage. Because RPs are RNG a little bit where they spawn, and sometimes you can be really lucky and you don't have that much of spawn, and sometimes it's complete nightmare. They are everywhere launching fleamans at you.
Oh yeah, they can do whatever. They can take control of the level if they want. It's a very short level, but you can just lose 5 seconds.
I think it's the only level without a boss fight.
That's right, yeah, no boss fight.
We disregard stage 2. While DnD arrives at the entrance of Castle Dracula, Castlevania, I guess.
Yeah, this is where Castlevania 1 starts, so here we go.
Christmas, on the other hand, is arriving at the Zip.
Yeah, she's gonna go for the more traditional version of the Zip here, which is... she doesn't have to do like the difficult jumps I was talking about earlier, but you still have one very tough jump here. It's a three-frame window. And there's other difficult inputs, so...
She's trying it. Will she do it? And oh, she got it! Yes! Oh, almost. But we saw the intent.
Yeah, she turned around too early, unfortunately, and I think that's what happened. Actually, or was that the bat? I think I saw a bat, but I think she turned around too early, though.
I think it was it. But for those who are have not seen the Zip before, that would have put Christmas right after the crusher, the pink crushers, without having the whole stage going up and waiting after the blocks.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the only Zip in the run, so we missed our last opportunity to see it. But we saw it a little bit, so we'll take it. We'll take it. And here, DnD was going for a one-cycle chandelier, but he's gonna have to settle for a 2. I think that was a 2-cycle, which is fine. You lose 6 or 7 seconds. It's pretty difficult to do a one-cycle chandelier. As long as you don't die on it.
It's really, really tight. Oh, and almost the early grab. Well played. Stage 4 done for Christmas. After that, it's just a stroll in the park.
DnD took a back hit here. It's a little annoying when that happens because it throws you off your groove for this room. There's just a lot of bad things that can happen on the room DnD is in right now.
I already got back boosted into the axes, actually.
Yeah, when you actually grab that axe, it's... you have to go back into the secret, get the cross.
It's 40 to 45 lost seconds, easily.
Wait, that happens in my PB now that you mention it.
Oh, really?
I just remembered. Yeah.
So your time would be even lower than that?
Well, yeah, it would.
Wow.
I forgot about that.
So, there would have been what we call the end win boost at that part where DnD was a little bit too much low on HP, but he could have boosted off the skeleton and walked through the spikes. It saves 2 seconds maybe. Every frame counts.
Every frame. Even if it's lag frames. This is a very laggy game, so there's a lot of lag reduction strats in this game. Like the screen that DnD is in right now, every input is doing has been crafted in a way that reduces the lag, because otherwise it's just so laggy.
It's a really clean screen.
Yeah, very clean. Okay, so Christmas entering stage 6. Both the runners in the same stage here.
It's a really, really long stage.
Yes, it is. It is probably the longest one.
DnD arriving at the coffin. Oh, he will not attempt the coffin boost.
Coffin destroyer today.
We call him DnD the Carpenter.
So a lot of RNG in this room. The dancers can spawn in various locations. You can see he doesn't have a lot of health here, so it is possible to die here if the dancers don't behave.
I lost a couple runs there.
Yeah, so that was good. Made it past.
Oh, unfortunate jump.
Yeah, dying on chandeliers. It's very classic. It's about as classic as it gets.
It's classic, and unfortunately, it's costly.
Yeah, it's costly as well. The Christmas was going for 1 cycle here, I'm pretty sure, so it's not an easy strat to get in a race at all. Now studying the library, I think. That's the library, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the books are as tall as Simon.
Back to the chandelier.
So I think she might attempt it again. I don't know though, but like, might be safer to not go for it. I'm not sure if she will though.
Nope. Safe strat, best strat.
Yeah.
Not out of the woods yet, but
It's a pretty cool screen here on DnD. It's just gonna drop down everything. It's just faster. I like vertical screens like that.
And now for the infamous book jump. So the unfortunately the axe knight did not throw a lower axe, so he could not have boosted off on the first books. But the second part is really tricky also because the timing needs to be right. Going for it, and he goes and he got the book jump. Nicely done. Christmas that went to the secret place to reacquire cross.
Yeah, this game has a few secret areas where you can get every sub-weapons and hearts and healing. So knowing where those are is very helpful for
I
races.
know 2 of them. There's one in stage 6 and one in stage 9, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, yeah. And they both come in handy during races. I see it all the time.
Nice D boost. That's the Castlevania pad boost. And now, Christmas has a little bit more HP. Will she go for the end win boost? No.
I don't think so, no. She normally doesn't go for it. I don't know if she's learned it.
I know it's not that much faster. I just think that it's really swaggy doing it.
It looks pretty cool, yeah.
Walking on spikes. And we are entering Sir Grakul's room. As almost every boss in Castlevania 4, it's hi, Sir Grakul, goodbye, Sir Grakul.
Yeah, this one can be annoying though. When he decides to lift his shield, he can heal, and the fight can like just drag for no reason, and it's just annoying. But it didn't happen here.
Entering stage 8, as the runners like to call it stage 8, because I don't think there is many runner. There are not many runners that like the stage number 8.
I've never met one. This is just spikes everywhere.
Oh.
And acid everywhere, and good luck.
It's a good thing we're gonna see a difference because right now DnD is running on the US version, so the acid is green. But the Japanese version actually is the acid is red, and I think the game has been censored.
Yeah, the US version is censored with the.
I clenched for DnD. Sorry about that. That was a really near spike.
Okay, let's see the second room for DnD here. I don't know what he's going for here.
Christmas setting up the boss.
Okay.
There you go.
So there's a infamous lottery at the end of this level called the Vegas Bridge. And you can choose to go for it or you can choose to wait. I think both runners agreed that they would just gamble it and go for it. And I mean, the event is sponsored by Lotto Quebec, so I mean, Vegas Bridge brought to you by Lotto Quebec, I guess. Hopefully, they both get lucky.
Oh my god, that was really a nice axe pattern that Christmas dodged.
Very nice recovery by DnD. They were very close to getting crushed.
I missed it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, place your bets.
Will DnD...
will Vegas beat the jackpot? We are soon to know. Come on. 3, 2, 1, and he got it. He got
No! Oh, that was a weird pattern. That was a weird pattern. It looked good for a while there.
Yeah. I think it would have been okay continuing on that path.
I think he might have, but that's so hard to tell
But
sometimes.
the house won.
The house Always takes some wins. Sometimes it's during the race. Not much you can do about it. But it's not the most costly death, though. He already has a cross here. You can get your triple relatively quick at the beginning of the next stage.
Will there be a second bet?
I don't
Will
know.
he place his bet again?
Okay.
Okay. One time is enough.
And the thing is that even if you wait the pattern, like weird things can happen anyway.
The bridge is totally RNG, yeah.
Yeah.
Even seasoned runners get tricked by the bridge at some point.
Oh yeah.
Hello Frankenstein by Frankenstein, same thing. Hello Gracul. And buenas noches, Gracul.
So one stage of difference between both runners right now, and it's a pretty strong gap. But as I said, deaths in this game, they pile on very quickly, so it's not over yet.
Exactly. And both runners are just breezing and tearing the game apart so far.
Oh yeah, that's true actually, because they did a practice race for this and it went much worse than this. They're doing pretty good right now.
So they got out the bad run out of their
Yeah,
system.
they got it out
That's
of
a
the way.
classic one.
Stage 9 here, very long, pretty difficult. Just a lot of little tricks, a lot of difficult movement. Nothing that really jumps at you and that looks super impressive, but just everything, doing everything clean is very difficult.
We just saw that Christmas took the upper path and boosted off an eyeball. Really nicely done. And I really like stage 8 with all the red and everything. But I think it's my heavy metal background that just likes seeing blood on screen.
Yeah, it does look more fitting when it's red. It was designed to be red.
DnD approaching.
Spike jump.
Yep.
He's going to go for a very difficult strat here, and it could die. Hopefully it doesn't.
Oh, is that it's not pixel perfect, but almost?
Yeah. Oh no, you had to back out of it. Okay, I respect it. I respect it. I don't know if he wasn't feeling it or if something happened at the beginning of the setup there, but basically normally what you do is you just jump immediately. You don't wait for the blocks. It's just very tight. I don't know what the frame window is for the jump, but if you miss it, the spikes kill you instantly, and it saves less than a second.
Betting?
Ooh, no gambling. No gambling.
No gambling. And that will definitely help diminish the gap.
Yes. I think she said if she was behind, she wouldn't she wouldn't gamble it. So.
Oh.
Alright, DnD starting the Zap Bat, one of the hardest bosses in the game. You have to hit him 22 times to break him in the first phase. And then you have to kill all the little bats, which is much harder than it looks if
and the timing for the 22 hit is a bit finicky because it needs to be like DnD did.
Yeah.
Low enough so that you can stack crosses up on the little bats.
Yeah, you want to finish the first phase a little below the middle of the screen. That way you can have your crosses all lined up directly into the bats. It's very cool. Okay, so now stage A. I would say that's the hardest stage in the game, personally.
Personally, yes. Stage A is, I think, one of the stages that I need to optimize the most so far in my run.
The first screen is easy enough, but then the second screen is like the worst screen in the game, so it just ramps up very quickly. There's a lot of RNG and so many things that can go wrong.
A little jump, the ninja move.
Yeah. It's a very clean jump here, like Rice.
Will we have a gear despawn?
By DnD.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, we got a whole gear. Nice, nicely done. So the idea is that each dent on the gear is a pixel, and by despawning all the pixel on the second gear, you diminish tremendously lag on this part, so you don't lag while swinging across the screen.
Yep, saves over a second in lag.
It's amazing.
Very nice. Let's see if DnD can get the fast climb here. It's a pretty impressive screen here. Oh
no. That was really dangerous.
Yes.
I have lost so many runs there.
He was still on the stairs, so he couldn't get boosted forward by the enemy there. He got locked on the stairs.
I really got once really stubborn, and the axe just kicked me in the hole.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen right there.
Me too. Oh, nice! Clipping through the floor there. And meanwhile, Christmas is starting the Zap Bat fight. Going with pretty accurate. Wow.
Yeah, pretty nice start of the fight. Oh,
Oh my.
insane breakup by Christmas.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was an amazing bat
Yeah,
fight.
it was an amazing fight. The bat was destroyed, and meanwhile, we see Akmoden the second.
Yeah, unfortunately, bad pattern here for DnD. The mummy spawned in the middle, which means you can't go for the one cycle kill. Loses 12 seconds. It's the thing about running this game at a high level is that you're bottlenecked by this boss. You want the one cycle, and it makes it really tough to run. At least that's what I think, because
Yeah, you're totally right. You arrive at PB pace, and Akmodan spawns thrice in the middle.
it's
Come on,
over.
get out of here.
And it's far into the run too, with half an hour in.
And we are already at the last stage for DnD, stage B, with the killer song.
Oh yeah. And the bad bridge.
Well, like Manix was saying earlier, see, Castlevania game and the bridge is crumbling. Zero out of 10 would not recommend that car, not a carpenter, but who built bridges? Civil engineer, I guess.
Well, it's just Dracula's engineers. They're all cool. And you saw also DnD was killing the bats. He was kind of jumping backwards and killing the bats. That reduces lag tremendously here. Christmas with a little bit of hiccups here at the start of the climb. She can still go for a fast climb though, hopefully. Yep, takes the
And
boost.
she got it. Nice.
Got the first part at least.
And there's still the clip part. Will she go? And whoa, nice. 2 in a row.
Full clean of the room.
Yeah,
that was
really,
nice,
really nicely done. And now, fingers crossed, we want a left pattern mummy,
Oh yeah.
please.
That would help for the race, yeah.
Or I could settle for a right one. But of course, I'm not the one running actually, so.
Oh, man.
The worst one.
The
So sad.
mummy is so mean today. No one gets a good pattern.
At least it's fair.
True.
Those bandages.
Yeah, bandages is even worse. Oh no. The center spawn twice in a row. That might be a 3 cycle.
DnD going for the meat before the infamous Slogra, Slayer of Dreams.
Yes.
No, the Destroyer of Dreams, I think.
En français, le tueur de rêve.
L'annihilateur de PEB.
So good luck to DnD here.
And Christmas will be entering stage B. Best of luck.
Okay, Slugger is behaving right now.
Yeah, strangely behaving.
Wow, he's just...
And should
that
be done.
was strange. That was a nice fight. I've never seen Slogger really like... He didn't want to charge at all. I've never seen that.
I think that DnD paid off Slogra before the run. He said, yo, be a sport.
I think that might have happened. Ooh.
Oh, nice. Hello, Gaibon. Bye, Gaibon.
So what happened here is that he killed the boss faster than he would have liked, and he still managed to back it up very well here. That was very nicely done. Because normally you want the boss to come back near the center of the room, but he died entirely to the left, and you got to adjust how you kill the boss when that happens. And DnD adjusted perfectly, so that was really nice.
Nice death so far. Oh, nice setup. A little bit
A little bit of a hiccup, but
slow, perhaps
yeah.
per standards, but a really nice fight nonetheless.
It always looks worse than it is when you lose time on this fight, just because you can visually see how much time
And
you
I
lose.
think, to make a fair point, is that we know the run by heart, so we know, but you know, for an untrained eye, they're breezing and tearing the game apart so far.
For sure.
Great performance by both runners.
DnD approaching the final boss in the game here. His hard count looks good. Cross, triple, we're all set. So ideally you're looking for a 6 or 7 cycle on Dracula here. I don't know if this is what he's gonna get. He's on pace for about a 7 right now, but it doesn't matter too much, I guess, in a race, as long as you don't die. Where he spawns is random, so sometimes it can get a little bit dicey.
Actually,
Yeah,
it's random except for every
fourth.
fourth. So 4th, 8th, and 12th spawn will be on the player's position. And we can see, I think Slugger behaved also. Now he's been charging a lot.
Yeah, he's been charging for Chris. Right, well, DnD.
And that should be it. And
GG.
GG, yeah.
It's not, however, it's not time yet. The time is when he's gonna grab the orb, but he's still, he's wondering.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 35, it's pretty good.
Would have been, I think there's 20 seconds or so from the time that Dracula dies, all the way that you can grab the orb. So maybe
25 seconds. So you got about like a
I-35, let's say. Really nice done. Props to you, man.
well done. Nice 35.
And Crispus is really not too far behind.
Chris is just right behind, killing death. Very clean death here, actually.
Yep. Oh, almost got it. So there is a way to jump out of the animation where the setup is that you can jump a little bit farther while the block falls, and you save half a second or so. So she went for it.
The joke is that it's an impossible strat to get in world record or PB or races or.
So 15 heart.
Pendant que Chris s'approche du dernier boss, on a Ayaka Kami qui nous a donné un 10$ qui dit « Je veux ma run de Color Dinosaur ». Let's see, thanks to Ayaka Kami for the donation, $10 donation. She really wants that Color Dinosaur run. Thank you very much.
So the orb here is being a little bit of a troll. It's just going everywhere. There we go.
Extra meat.
Yeah, last game you had chicken in walls. Here you have chicken in orbs. I don't know.
Christmas really nailing those whip cancels though. And I was skeptical because she entered the room with 15 hearts, but I loved how she managed her resources with the cross, throwing 2 crosses, but having like those nice whip cancels really makes up for the cross not being on the screen.
Yeah, she doesn't grab as many hearts as other runners in the climb in B, so she's used to doing this fight with low hearts.
With 15 heart, I go for the secret stash.
Nicely done.
Nicely done, yes. Nicely done. A bit of a rough start, let's say, for Christmas, but she offered a great performance. Great performance for both runners. Congratulations.
Yeah, both runners had a very strong second half of the game.
Something funny, if you look at the time, They both got the same digits, but not in the same position.
Scramble.
37.51 against 35.17. So that's a factoid about the times.
Right, so next game is Bloodlines, I believe.
Yeah.
Castlevania by Manix, who was commentating just the previous run. So stay tuned for that. More Castlevania.
And GG2 runners. And it's really a hard game, so it was really a great performance.
Oh
You
yeah, I
should be
guess
proud.
I should mention, if anyone wants to learn this game, there's a wiki. It's on CastlevaniaSpeedruns.com, I think. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of information there, and it's a fun run. It's difficult, as we saw, but it's a great community and it's a great run. So Castlevania Speedruns to learn the game.
Great job, everyone. Great job to Chris and DnDNat. Moving up, coming up next, actually, Castlevania Bloodlines, a run by Manix. Only about $80 left to meet the next milestone to have him play expert mode. So yes, let's do this, guys.